Another really big one is the sulforaphane helps with the breakdown of skin and helps to minimize wrinkles and the thinning of the skin as we get older.
Hi, welcome to the Judy Terrell Show, where I explore topics intended to optimize every body 50, 60, 70, and above.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Your Second 50. I'm Judy Terrell, and you are joining me in my series number 11. And my topic for this series of 6 episodes, of which this is episode number 5, the topic is what can you eat, what can you ingest on a daily basis that will aid you in longevity, that will help you to age gracefully, slow down the process, make you feel and look better now, no matter what age you are in your 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, but also enhance and help you to work towards living longer, but not just living longer in a quality body and a mind. All right. So we're on episode number 5 right now. And the food, it's a group of foods that I'm going to highlight and talk about today are cruciferous vegetables. All right. Some of you know what that is or what they are. And some of you are like, what is that? All right. And once I tell you what they are, you will know these things, but you might not know them as cruciferous vegetables. That is the family, the unit of category that they're labeled as. But cruciferous vegetables are broccoli sprouts, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale, spinach, cabbage, and wasabi. All those vegetables are in the category of cruciferous vegetables, and all of those are going to have the elements of which I'm going to talk about now that will enhance and improve longevity. All right, so what is it about the cruciferous vegetables versus some other vegetables that aren't in this family of vegetables that make them, my top 5 for enhancing longevity? So they are high in vitamin C, they are high in vitamin E, they are high in vitamin A or beta carotene, the carotenoids. And you can get those from any number of vegetables. They're good. All those things are necessary for health in our body, but they're not why I'm highlighting these. All right. They're also high in fiber, and everyone knows fiber is good for the health of our colon. And the colon is where all the microorganisms live in our digestive system, and they're related. That balance of the microbiome in your colon is related to high immunity and absolutely the GI health, and a host of other things for our bodies. Mental health, because things that are getting digested and whether they're getting digested appropriately, and these little microorganisms, of which there are trillions in our colon, are responsible for helping, just all our physical processes, including brain function. So, fiber in these vegetables helps to keep that balance of the fiber, the microorganisms in your colon. So that's a benefit. But again, not one of the ones I'm highlighting for why I'm saying cruciferous vegetables help with longevity. Why they help with longevity is because they are rich in what are known as glucosinol, let's see if I can say this right, glucosinolates, all right? These are elements that are sulfur-based that when your body's breaking down these cruciferous vegetables in our bodies through digestion, they are rich in glucosinolates. I can say it once the pressure's off me to say it the first time. And why are those beneficial to us? They are sulfur compounds that are found in the digestion of these vegetables, and they work. One of the main things they do is they are very useful in killing off cancer cells. So again, longevity, cancer being one of the things that gets many of us and gets it, it leads to premature death earlier and definitely erodes our longevity. So these compounds that are in the cruciferous vegetables help to fight off, and all of us have cancer cells in our bodies. It's whether or not they're running amok and then overtake your body. So taking in the elements from the cruciferous vegetables that help to keep those cancer cells in check is definitely an aid to longevity, not to mention the health you have in the moment. They also help to improve blood sugar regulation. So they are helpful in, avoiding diabetes. Again, another very high frequency disease that happens to over 50 men and women both. I am so excited to announce your second 50.life. I have been working in the fitness industry with individuals, both men and women, over 50 years old for 42 years and really specialized in the last 10 on over 50. I'm over 50 myself by a long shot. And I've helped literally thousands of men and women both to lose the extra body fat that they gain in the second half of their life, to feel better in their own bodies energetically. I have helped people to reverse and eliminate health problems, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, pre-diabetes, symptoms of menopause, to name just a few. On this platform, you will have access to an entire body of resources, exercise videos, mini courses, eating plans that are specially designed for over 50 men and women because there's special needs for our demographic. And in addition to the virtual resources that you'll have access to if you join at any time that you'd like, you also have access to me for one-on-one coaching through a group coach call every month. So you can bring your specifics and we can address those as you're also getting information that is specific to the over 50 population. 50s, 60s, 70s, and now 80s is the demographic that I'm working with. So it's your second 50.life, YOURSECOND 50.life. Go check it out. It might be the single best thing that you've looked at like in your second 50s. These elements also help to slow cognitive decline in our brains, so cognitive functioning in everyday life. When you're not in your 50s, 60s, and 70s, we all have these word achievable, like right now I'm having issues and cognitive functioning. You walk into a room and then walk back out and say, why did I even go in there? So for your life right now, also preventatively for Alzheimer's and dementia, these compounds are very good at helping brain health and keeping brains functioning longevity-wise. Another element that is in these cruciferous vegetables is something called sulforaphane. That one I can pronounce better. And you've probably been hearing about that one because it's gotten a lot of time on the internet and social media, in particular found in broccoli sprouts. Okay, it's in all the cruciferous vegetables, but the broccoli sprouts are rich in it, very rich in it. And so it's got a lot of attention for the sulforaphane and all the benefits that I've just talked about. But the sulfur compounds that are in all the cruciferous vegetables also help with, alleviation of constipation symptoms in everyday life. They help minimize and reverse osteoporosis, again, an issue particularly with women, postmenopause. Another really big one is the sulforaphane helps with the breakdown of skin and helps to minimize wrinkles and the thinning of the skin as we get older. So again, some great benefits for the now, if you're thinking about taking more of these foods into your diet now, but they're also correlated with longer longevity as well. All right, so what is the recommended dosage for the cruciferous vegetables? And this is an easy mark to hit because it is about 2.5 cups per week. So, that's an easy hit. So, you throw some kale into an omelet in the morning. You mix kale and some broccoli into your salad that you're having with a dinner or for a dinner. You can throw any of these vegetables into if you decide you want to make a smoothie. And by the way, I didn't mention this yet, but these elements, the glucosinolates and the sulforaphane, are a little bit richer in content if you eat them raw. It's not like you're going to lose them if you cook them, but eating them raw keeps them in an even more vitalized state. So all the examples I just gave you, except for the omelet, involve raw, so eating them raw. But again, you can cook them as well. So very easy to get into your everyday eating without much hardship. If you don't like one, try another one. There's a great recipe if you Google and go online for smashed Brussels sprouts with some grated cheese over the top, either dairy-free or regular dairy, organic, if you can get it. For dairy is what I always recommend. But some very creative ways, as well as very easy ways to get these into your daily eating. So, cruciferous vegetables are my number 5 in the series. You know, I have one more to go in this episode to get you full of 6. And if you're incorporating all 6 into your daily and weekly eating, then you are way ahead of the game in living your best, even better than your first 50 years, second 50 years, which is my agenda for all the digital information that I'm putting out on my Second 50 podcast. My Second 50 platform, as well as all the podcasts that I do and all the recorded courses and informative pieces of information that are out for consumption. So I, like you, want my second 50 to be even better than my first. I'm already 10 years into it. I'm feeling great. I want friends around to feel great and play with me as I go into my 70s, 80s, 90s, and up to 120, because that's my goal. So please watch the next episode. Take heart to what I'm teaching and explaining to you. And, here's to our second 50 being fantastic. Be well, everybody. See you soon. Thanks for listening, everybody. And if you'd like to have access to more of my resources, then you can reach me at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can go to my new platform at yoursecond50.life. That is yoursecond50.life, or at my website, www.judyterrell.com.